today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Joker. I know we all saw the recently released trailer for the Joaquin Phoenix film, and I wanted to talk about it. I have some feelings, I have some thoughts, but first I wanted to talk a little bit about the history of the Joker, especially his on-screen appearances. In 1940, Bob Kane, Bill Finger, and Jerry Robinson created the Joker, who first appeared in the issue #1 of Batman. The character was heavily inspired by a character named Gwynplaine, who was portrayed by Conrad Veidt in the 1928 silent film The Man Who Laughs. They initially intended to kill the Joker off quickly. This idea was scrapped as soon as they realized just how popular the character had become. If we count Joaquin Phoenix, there have been 6 notable portrayals of the Joker in film or television so far. The first was Cesar Romero. He was the Joker in Adam West's Batman series from 1966 to 1968. Romero laid the foundation for all other portrayals of the Joker to come after. Next up is Jack Nicholson. He played the Joker in the 1989 film titled Batman. Jack is who pushed the portrayal over the edge from mischievous to devious and chaotic. Nicholson's Joker had a calm voice that dripped with lunacy, adding weight to the profound philosophic messages that have transcended pop culture. On a less live-action note, Mark Hamill gave voice to the Joker from 1992 to 1994 in Batman, the Animated Series. A well-loved telling of the Batman tale that is the actual origin of the Harley Quinn character, who had never appeared in a comic book before that time. Hamill added a sinister twist to the grandiose tone Romero had given the character. In 2008, the Joker was seen on the big screen once again. Heath Ledger took the Joker we already knew and gave us a new, unique take on the character. The facial twitches and mannerisms that Ledger gave the character really made the criminally unhinged clown believable and terrifying. His portrayal is looked back on fondly now, but was met with skepticism and backlash upon the initial announcement of his casting. Heath Ledger went on to win an Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal in the film. The most recent depiction of the Joker we've seen, prior to Joaquin Phoenix, was Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. Leto's portrayal has been on the more controversial side. He went with the method acting route like Ledger did, however, he went a different direction with his portrayal. Many speculate that his interpretation of the character would have been better received in a standalone or Harley and Joker film prior to Suicide Squad. That brings us to 2019 and Joaquin Phoenix.
To your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow.
Alright, boys and girls, let's talk about this Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. How are you guys feeling? What are you thinking about it? Are you digging it? Is it something you're going to be into? Is it something you're going to pass on? How do you feel about a Joker movie that does not involve Batman? I think it's a really interesting take on an origin story. I have very mixed feelings. I'm trying to push aside my pre-existing feelings and thoughts regarding Joker and DC Comics and all of that and just sort of look at the film for what it is, and I'm still on the fence. I think the preview that I saw, the trailer that we all saw today, was interesting. I'm seeing a lot of people having concerns about him giving his mother a bath. I'm seeing a lot of mixed feedback, actually, on my personal Twitter timeline even. Like, it seems like a pretty good 50-50 split on people that I follow, whether they're excited for it or disappointed with it or what have you. I personally am kind of apprehensively eager, would be the word I would use. I want to see it, but I don't want to get my hopes up too high, is where I'm at. I'd love for it to be phenomenal, but I also won't be heartbroken if it fails. I think Joaquin Phoenix is doing an amazing job with the material he's being presented. I think that the Joker laugh that he does is much more appropriate for this particular backstory. This isn't just clinical insanity here. This is despair and sadness that we're hearing in his laugh, and I think that that's kind of beautifully portrayed. I think the makeup is an interesting take, and I think that if you were to swap out some elements, I think this would be a very impactful movie, regardless of having anything to do with the Joker. I think the idea of the line that really got me actually was, my whole life I thought my life was a tragedy, but it turns out it was a joke. That to me, and the way that that line is presented is just is good. I will just give everything else aside. That line and the presentation of that line, the way that it was edited into the trailer was amazing. So let me know what you thought in the comments below, and let me know if you're looking forward to seeing the film, if the trailer's got you hyped, or if you think it's going to be a flop. Go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like it. Bye!